Vito, congratulations on abusing the system in the weight loss contest to win the money. We were so pleased when Dick came on here and was he was frustrated
he was
with
upset.
it.
He was
upset. Yeah, I guess we gave you some advice on cutting water weight overnight.
Yeah. He's like, what did you do? And I said, the PKA boys set me up fine. Gave me some old circuit tricks to cut the weight down. Because I knew what would happen if I didn't make weight. I'd hear about it till the end of the show. Like every other episode would be like, welcome to the biggest problem in the universe, that show where the fat guy couldn't lose 30 pounds. And I'm like, I can't have that. Can't be every episode is that. So I cut the weight. I went to the sauna. I won like $1,200.
Dude, I'm loving this.
And people were placing side bets. They're like, that fat son of a bitch, there's no way he's going to lose the weight. So I got a guy like calling me up in the middle of the night. He's like, I lost 500 pounds. I didn't know you were going to rope-a-dope me, hitting up the sauna. I'm like, hey, man, the rules do not say I can't rope-a-dope. Like, I can.
Dick was all pissed. You know how he is, like, in his real, like, sort of yelly voice.
Yeah.
Like, God, he lost all the way to one night. And I'm like,
because I went on
for money then.
I went on we did the show and it was on a Friday and he's like, all right, today's the final weigh-in. And I went, well, actually, if you look at the website, I still got like 3 days left. So I'm like, we got to push it to next week. He's like, all right, fine, I'll give you another week. Because he had weighed me beforehand and he knew I didn't make it. And he's like, it doesn't matter. He's only got a week. There's nothing he can do. And then I just did a week. I ate like nothing. I was peeing. I took those tablets to make you pee a bunch. Passing out in the sauna. They had to drag me out, and that's fine. Because all that heat and all that weight came off. And yeah, I won $1,200. Some parts of the audience are like, you could have just like dieted and exercised like a normal person. I'm like, I tried that. That's hard. All right.
It is hard. It sucks.
It's really hard. It sucks.
When you're in the habit of eating whatever you want all the time and you try and not, it's tough. It's like, what do normal people do to feel good right now?
Well, yeah, exactly.
Yes, I gotta
go. You also, Dick was disgusted when he mentioned your celebration dinner immediately afterward.
Yes.
What was it that you had again?
For some reason, I don't know what it was, but I got in my head. I'm like, the second I can eat again, I just want to eat as much Taco Bell as quickly as possible. So I ran to Dick's house right at like an hour before showtime, and I said, weigh me right the fuck now. I took off all my clothes except for my underwear. And he's like, oh my God. I'm like, I don't care. I want to win this. All right. And he weighed in, and the second he weighed me in, I went, all right, you got the number? Good. And then I just sat down and I ate burritos until the show started.
You should have it right in front of him.
I think I was eating during the show as well. Yeah, it was not pretty. It was not I wanted a cheesy gordita crunch, man.
Oh, have you maintained any weight loss from it, or are you back to your fighting weight?
I am beef. For the crunch wrap?
Yeah, it's important.
I don't like. I just like the Taco Bell beef. Their chicken and their steak is like
that's the wrong answer.
I don't know, man.
This is the grossest thing you could have said. That's the worst.
I was hoping you'd be like, no meat, potatoes.
No. Look, I'm in LA.
What I do.
If I want a real taco, I go to a Mexican guy. If I want to eat like an idiot, I got a Taco Bell and I get fake tacos.
Oh,
I'll say this. I started at 310. I got down to 280 for the weight loss contest. Then Christmas hit, and it's like, what are you going to do? You got to eat a little turkey. You got to do whatever. I came back up.
That's where it hurts you, the turkey.
Right now, I'm back down. I'm hovering around 290, but we've picked up some healthy habits. Very good. You can see right here, we got the 0-calorie Gatorade, only 5 calories.
Very nice. We're hovering close to 290. Not.
We're at like 291. I'm trying to get under it efficiently. And I just got to kick my own ass.
How tall?
My sister said, how tall am I? I'm 6 foot. So
okay. That's fine. Like you're not in a terrible situation. Like you're not.
It could be way worse.
Oh yeah. If you said like 5'7", it's like, oh
yeah, you're fucked. It's actually great. There's one picture that I took. It's weird. I don't know. It must be the camera angle on our biggest problem in the universe. Everyone assumes I'm like a really short guy, but me and Dick are basically like the same height. So there's like one picture of us standing side by side, and every time people see that picture, the reaction is always, "Oh, you're not like the fattest motherfucker who ever lived. You're just like a little too big." I'm like, all right, cool.
You're basically the same height and weight as Brock Lesnar.
Yeah,
round it up.
I'm a Lesnar.
Yeah. You and Lesnar, same weight class. That's good.
That's funny to like sit on the couch as like a fat guy watching like the NFL combine and be like, yeah, me and that guy about the same size.
Oh, okay. Oh, look, honey, it's my weight division.
See, the difference is this guy's 6'8" and I'm 5'8", though.
I sent him a letter. I said, if they ever need to swap somebody in on the field, I'm available. You know, they've expressed
Jason Kelsey
interest.
just retired, open spot. Just saying.
Oh,
Not a bad idea.
Yeah, try it out.
I was doing the Ozempic at one point, but it started making me violently ill. And then my sister sent me.
That's how it works.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, baby. You'll never
maybe I'm not supposed to say who
NFL.
sent it to me, because now all this stuff, it's all bootleg weight loss drugs now. So my sister's like, hey, I got some extra. Let me send it to you.
Whoa.
And it doesn't come in like a normal like pill bottle. It's like vials labeled with the Mountain Dew logo on them. And I'm like, what is it? When are they going to make the weight loss drugs sketch and fucked up? Like,
Wait.
I wouldn't like. Is it like flavored?
Mountain Dew label? Does it actually have?
He has street.
I have
drug
street
Ozempic.
Ozempic.
Yeah. So
it's the new, but it's the new designer Ozempic. It's probably cut with fentanyl. Like I'm all worried about.
That would be
Nose
so
out of the
funny
air.
if you
Street
died from a
Ozempic is
fentanyl
fine.
overdose. If
like
street Ozempic.
like there are like
everything
bootleg...
you've ever consumed came from a pharmacy.
Well, all I know is I got these bottles of peptides, and I got to mix them up right, or I'm probably
official
gonna die. So, we'll see.
You have to mix the way you got.
I got to mix
like
it myself, so you have to get the water. You got to get the needles.
What is that water called? Is it
bacteriostatic water? It's like super purified water.
Yeah,
I don't know either. It's
regular distilled water is gross, I guess.
I don't know.
You don't inject that into
vial. And then there's all these guys online. All the guys doing steroids right now are
not
probably
to your veins. What you're doing is so sketchy to me. It was like when I was like researching stuff a couple years ago, like performance enhancing drugs and all sorts of things, from everything from HGH to like weird steroids. It's like, yeah, you can just mix this stuff at home. Like, what the fuck do you mean mix it at home? This ain't Betty Crocker. This is medical science.
Mm-hmm.
Like, no, they send you this, and then you just get the water off the internet. What? And then and I can just imagine like adding special
bacteriostatic water.
Static water, yeah. Into there, and they like shaking it, I guess, and being like, yeah, that looks about right to inject into my body. Yeah.
Well, that's the scary part, is that you go online and you're trying to find like a guide to how to do it, but it's all written by like Crunk Monkey 420. And, and it's all like, from like these old steroid guides from like 2004 Usenet message boards. And it's like, oh yeah, when you put the water in, you can't just like inject it in. You have to let it leak down the side of the bottle, or else you won't activate the peptides correctly and you'll die.
Yeah,
and
last post 11 years ago.
You have to shake it 2 times, 1 time, 3 times, 2 times, 1 time. If you shake it 5 times, 1 time, 3 times, then there's a reaction, and you're like, why can't a doctor do this?
I think I got this.
Because you don't want to pay for that.
Down, left, right, A, B.
Well, it's not that I don't want to pay for it. First of all, my health insurance, like nobody can get it. That's the thing about these weight loss drugs. Nobody has them. The only places that have them are these fucked up labs that are selling it for research purposes.
That's why it wasn't sketch to me. I was like, there's no other way to get Ozempic.
No, not really. No.
It's like, I don't know, smoking pot 15 years ago or something. Like, yeah, it came from some national forest in Mexico. They all do.
I thought it was some like rare like diabetes medicine. Before
they have, you can get it prescribed, but the problem is that the supply is so finite that like, I think these labs are just selling it.
The idea that an American doctor can't get me something is just flabbergasting.
Well, let's put it this way. Once they figured out it worked on fatty boom baddies, they were like, let's just put every fat person in America on. Like, literally, right now, every fat person in America is going to their doctor, and they're like, so should I exercise? Should I eat right? And they're like, no, we have a magic pill. Just wait until it comes in stock.
Actually, that doesn't make me money, but this does. So I'm going to recommend it. It must be funny to be like in your, wearing kitchen gloves on your counter, mixing this up, counting your shakes, and having like just a brief moment of lucidity.
I feel like I'm in Breaking Bad.
I know someone who
this is all just to avoid eating less.
Yeah, it's just I'm not even gonna get a cool high. It's just gonna make me not want to eat chicken sandwiches.
The last time I wore these, I cleaned the toilet, but I feel like I'm in Breaking Bad, so it must be okay.
Yeah.
Zach's saying they can't make enough because it was a diabetes drug, so they can't get enough for the diabetics.
Well, fuck those diabetics. Like God cursed them once. They can wait in line.
Well, it depends what kind they have.
Who's on it, and they were like, yeah, I'm gonna go get some Ozempic. I was like, cool. And then they came back the next day, like, I got Ozempic, and now they use Ozempic. It seemed like Yes, they've lost 30 pounds in like
Who's
3
this?
or 4 months or something. A friend.
Somebody
An
you know, a
associate
boy
of
or
mine.
girl that you know in real life.
A colleague.
They're binary.
Oh,
Oh.
Seriously?
No.
You mean non?
I'm just trying to get a
If they're
vibe.
binary, that would mean they're just
It's
regular.
a guy. It's a guy. It's a guy.
No, it's good.
I
lost
just know
weight.
why it mattered. It's a guy.
People are
I didn't
pissed
know
right
it was
now.
hard to get.
What do you call it? Like, Weight Watchers that they've always been like, oh, eat right and exercise and whatever else. All the Weight Watchers people have been doing that their whole lives are pissed because Weight Watchers is like, yeah, we're gonna start selling that drug. And like, but I've been on Weight Watchers 20 years. You guys told me the path to happiness was to curb healthy eating habits, and they're like, nah, fuck that.
You saw
like,
Oprah.
It's hard. You're adding up points all day.
So Oprah
I
has been
imagine.
the Weight Watchers lady for some time now.
Yes.
And I know that their stock really went up when she got on board. And I think she recently got off because she is on Ozempic. And I think their stock dropped. Which like
Wouldn't
how
she be a bad representative? I thought she struggled with her weight like up and down a ton of times.
Yes, but it goes down because of Weight Watchers.
A good salesman, right? Like every time she has success, she gets out there, takes some pictures, and says, "Look what Weight Watchers did for me."
Mm-hmm.
That
Yeah, I guess it's like a
yo-yo is
reminder
a
every 4
brilliant
years.
business strategy, actually. Up and down, up and you can't lose weight once.
Yeah,
She's so goddamn rich.
that's
and
true. It's hard to lose weight once.
She's done it so many times. As you know, people like Woody and I, who remember when she had a daytime talk show, it's like, man, she has been like 50 different sizes. It's a good thing she's a billionaire because no one else could afford the wardrobe.
You know what I
mean?
hate?
She's been
I hate when
everything
she
from
ran that
skinny and
marathon.
hot to like fat.
Dude, that bitch ran a marathon. Dude, if it takes you 12 fucking hours to run a marathon, you didn't run one step, you fat whore. You walked the marathon and told everyone you ran it.
So true. And I'm on that team. I was blown away when like I realized that anyone who completes a marathon can just say they ran it. They all get t-shirts. The people that walk across the finish line 9 hours in, they get a t-shirt and a wristband the same as everyone else. And that's stolen valor if I've ever seen
26 miles or something?
Yes, that's what, 3 miles an
26.2.
hour. That's a walking speed.
Bro, that's pathetic. I've never done
First of all,
anything
play
like
a
that.
real sport. Get out of first of all, get out of the road. You know, that's enough of that. Everybody, I can't go to Shake Shack because you're fucking around.
I used to live in Boston, and we were talking about fucking marathons shutting down the whole city. You're like, oh my God, I can't go anywhere because a bunch of idiots have to run today.
Do they sell shirts that are like, I survived the Boston Marathon?
What's a respectable
not
time
after
for,
that guy bombed.
Oh my
it. Those
God.
shirts took on a different
Together
meaning,
immediately.
unfortunately.
That would be a
I
good.
survived the Boston Marathon is not a popular phrase.
Dude, it
No,
should be.
no.
That's hilarious.
I had a blast
Never
at
forget.
the Boston Marathon. No, take those shirts down. That's not good.
Blast at the Boston Marathon.
The pressure is on. Cooking. Boston. No. Why did we make pressure cooker fucking t-shirts? Doesn't even make sense from a logistical standpoint. What's weird about the Ozempic stuff that I've been reading is that it curbs like all forms of addiction. They've started giving it to like gambling addicts.
Wow.
And guys are like, oh, I don't need to gamble anymore. I'm just I don't have that thing in me.
I'd want to
We're
talk
about
to
to
a
see
gambling
some-
addict and hear
We're gonna
what
see some
they said
weird
about it.
changes. We're gonna see a
It's
lot of
ruined poker for me, Taylor. What if
That's
that
what it
was the
was.
take?
Yeah.
What if their take was, I used to get pleasure from like all sorts of things. I like to eat a good meal. I like to play a little poker. Sometimes I bet on the ponies. It never got out of hand until my diabetes flared up and I had to take Ozempic. Now nothing gives me pleasure. Now every waking moment is just a dull throb.
Yeah.
That's the state of humanity.
Ozempic. Call me
Ozempic.
Dr. Day.
Ozempic.
Eating carrot sticks, frowning.
Holy shit. Yeah.
Because
I don't know
nothing
about that one.
matters anymore.
That could
Does
be.
it-
I would have to. I'd be
Does it
so
curb
bad.
a porn addiction? Does it change your preferences? Right? You got to start like it. What if you're like deep into the porn rabbit hole, right? And now you're all the way to like the extreme shit,
You're a class
dig
5
it.
gooner.
right? And now you get on Ozempic and you still like porn. You just backed it off to like loving couples.
I mean, rationally, if it helps with gambling, it seems like you could plug any addiction in, right?
Reddit.
It says,
Because
it says it
gambling
can
is
help
like-
with like alcoholics and stuff. It's weird, man.
Interesting.
We're just fucking with the brain.
I would be so curious what a gamble, like specifically a gambling addict, because like there's no like substance you're getting. It's just the dopamine of gambling, like
Yeah.
talking to them. Because I bet it would be something like, oh, I just don't feel that impulse anymore. Almost like maybe they're muted. But then
Or
if they're
maybe
muted
winning
in a
doesn't
bunch
make
of
them
different
feel as good
ways, that
anymore.
could be negative. Then maybe they're not as affectionate with their loved ones, not as
Yeah.
close to their family. They're just more muted.
When you can get it, is
described
it expensive? Like, is this like $1,000 a month, or is this like $5,000 a month?
When I got a supply, I forget. I think it would be a 1 month supply if you're on the highest dose, but I started off at a lower dose, so it lasted me longer. So I think it was $300 for a 1 month supply, which is not of just getting the peptides. I'm sure if you get it like through your doctor, they're going to charge your health insurance.
That's basically free if you
$5,000
actually have a fat loss pill or shot or whatever the fuck. You know what I mean?
So I'm gonna call that $4,000 a year because I made up some shipping and bullshit.
Yeah.
If $4,000 a year to be skinny, like it sounds like a lot of money.
Eating $4,000 less food.
Once you get skinny, like you're good,
At
right?
least. Like,
no, I
you
think
don't have to
people
stay
are
on it.
people who go off at Ozempic have a terrible track record of regaining the weight.
Yeah.
Like
makes sense.
It's close to 100%. So, but you know what? Take it forever. The important thing is that you look good.
The same's true. I mean,
Pish posh.
You could say that about
Those
diet
are
and
down the
exercise
road.
too, though, right? Like people who lose weight through diet and exercise, when they stop diet and exercise, 100% of the time gain the weight.
I remember.
Yeah, you gotta keep it up.
MTV had one of those. What was it, like True Life, where it was like people who got the weight loss surgery.
Oh, yeah.
And that kid got the lap band, the one that like goes around, so it like your intestines has like a band around it, so food doesn't get through as quick. Kid lost like 100 pounds. He's like, all right, I think I could take the lap band off. That'll be fine. And it's like the day he gets the lap band on, he goes to the diner. He's like, let me get 2 milkshakes. And he's like, well, I'll just treat myself a little bit. He's like, let me get 2 more milkshakes. I watched this motherfucker drink like 10 milkshakes, and I'm like, oh, this is not going to work. And then it was like 6 months later, he was like, God fucking damn it.
Oh, it happened again. And it will happen. I guess if the only reason you're not eating a bunch is because you are inducing a chemical that forces you not to, and then you get rid of it. Like, it's not like there's going to be any lingering discipline.
Is it ghrelin that makes you feel full?
I have no idea.
Hungry, I think.
Hungry. So maybe you could. It seems like they could. I don't know. Tinker with that. Ghrelin might as well be like mithril. Like I don't know what part of my body it comes from.
I know I've got a lot of
pancreas
it.
Or
I think if you have a lot of it, you're a Jedi.
I remember that.
Is Grenadine
very fat Jedi?
It is true though, man, that all these like fat loss surgeries. We saw Boogie got the gastric bypass. That didn't work.
No, it didn't take.
There's almost like a finance parallel, right? Like if you pay off your debt through discipline and hard work and earn it on your own, then you've built habits that are likely to stick and help you to financial success afterwards. If I pay off your debt for you, you're very likely to just recreate it.
Yeah,
very true. Yeah. You didn't learn anything from it.
Yeah, there's lots of ways to do it, and it just depends what you want. I think it's perfect for like housewives, or people who are busy and can't work out and can't do the other things, and genuinely have a really tough time eating healthy. Like if you're like a truck driver or someone who's just go all day, there's no stopping. And I mean, I guess you could bring like some soup and a sandwich from home and be that guy.
Yeah.
You're gonna be that guy. I look at Greg with his fucking.
They're going to bully you at the truck stop. Everyone else is eating their taquitos and you're sitting there with kale. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You know, they make taquitos with a hot dog in the middle now?
I absolutely do. I've tried it.
Are there, outside of Sylvester Stallone, there must be no fit truck drivers.
Over the top. Yeah.
There's like an inverse bell curve for weight for truck drivers. Like very few in normal range, either very skinny, they're cracked out because they're flying, or I guess not as much anymore because they have like regulations on how long they can drive, or they're not getting the cracked out gas station pills or the meth. They're getting just feasting on gas station snacks everywhere they go. Another Snickers for me.
I don't do van life, but I follow it like on YouTube and stuff. It's something that I find interesting. And I'll tell you, everyone who like gets a van and starts living in it, it's not good for their physique. It is
really?
It is hard to eat well when everything you eat comes out of a restaurant.
Well, they're probably already very depressed to make a undoubtedly downward move to living in a van on your own volition.
I so disagree.
No, they're living their lives. They're having fun.
It's literally like when I watch a Lord of the Rings and I see like Legolas and Gimli and Aragorn like around a fire. I'm like, yeah, that's so cool and neat. They're like in the wilderness. Like if I were there, I'd be so grouchy. So
man, this sucks.
This is
from
the
sitting on this rock. Like that tastes terrible. No one brought salt.
Tailbone
no one brought salt.
Fucking hobbits trying to feed us rabbit again. I'm getting mad.
Rehydrated
rabbit with
food
no
doesn't
seasoning?
need salt at all.
Yeah, I guess it's salted up.
I'm not sure if you've had it, but the salt's in there. It could be
What?
fucking blueberry crumble and it's salty.
It's the grass is greener thing.